Rosa, and then you're going to start off with the Bolognese.
That's correct.
And then now the next dish, you make that at Pigalle?
Yep, the tenderloin and crab.
Yes.
Yeah, we do it at Pigalle.
So that's, is it a popular dish there?
It's really, anytime you put like crab meat, beef tenderloin, both great, popular dishes.
Surf and
it
turf.
sells, you know it.
Always
That's right.
sells. Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today we are here at Chase Hill Events in beautiful Kennebunkport, Maine, celebrating Boston flavors, Kennebunkport style. And in this fabulous culinary weekend, we are celebrating our favorite Boston personalities and culinary talent. Marc Orfaly from Pigalle Restaurant in Boston.
Pleasure to be here as always.
It's wonderful to be here too. Our event today is culminating in a fabulous dinner here at Chase Hill tonight and some great cooking classes tomorrow.
Great.
So today you are showcasing 2 dishes.
Correct.
One of which features our most favorite Italian food company, Rosa.
We love them.
You'll be using the tomatoes and the chickpeas, but they have a whole line of olive oils, all kinds of canned beans, pastas, everything you can imagine.
It's all about starting with great ingredient. That's why we love Rosa food. So
Yes.
I take that as a building block, and then I just morph it into whatever else I want to be doing. So
Wonderful.
Rosa obviously works really great for that.
Absolutely. A Philadelphia company.
Yep.
For a very long time, since
Great
1900.
family company, absolutely.
Yeah. So let us begin with our first dish, Marc. Where shall we begin?
Okay, so this is, I'm doing a spin on a classic Bolognese sauce. Everyone obviously knows Bolognese is done with pork base, tomato, and a little bit of diced vegetable. So for this, my spin is I'm going to do it with shrimp.
Oh, very nice. So a seafood bolognese.
Exactly. So we're going to
Okay.
start. This is some homemade pancetta.
Pancetta.
that
You
I
make
have
this in
here.
your restaurant?
We make this at in-house. Yep.
Okay.
From suckling pig, and then a little bit of garlic, onion. This is our basic diced mirepoix here: onion,
Yes.
celery, carrot. And then these are U10 to U12 shrimp that you can commonly found. They're usually for shrimp cocktail or anything. We're going to just use something like that. Totally de-shelled and cleaned. I'm going to start by rendering some of my pancetta. And what's great about that is you're going to render some of the pork fat out so you can get that great intense flavor going.
Yes, and so you're going to use the pork fat, I guess, as a base to maybe sweat down your vegetables?
That's correct, and the shrimp. So while that's going, I'm going to add a little bit of the garlic.
Great.
And the garlic can just sweat out. You don't have to cook it too hard.
Again, right away, that intense flavor of the garlic
Yeah, it's
just
really
comes
good.
out. Now, Pigalle is your Parisian restaurant,
That's correct.
but you also have an Italian.
Yep, we have, sometimes I like to be Italian, sometimes I like to be French.
There you go.
So
Right.
there
It's
you
nice
go.
to have 2 different personalities in your restaurant.
Absolutely.
Whatever your mood is that week, right?
That's correct. Pigalle is our first restaurant,
Yes.
which is really great, and a little bit more formal and a little bit special occasion. And then Marco's a more casual restaurant.
Maybe like more of an Italian bistro?
Yeah, exactly.
type?
Trattoria. Okay, so that's sweating. I'm going to take the shrimp and we can just dice them up
Okay.
like that. This is also great with lobster or
Maybe,
crab
I was
or
going to say crab or calamari, maybe?
Calamari, yep. Rosa
Okay.
has a great line of seafood, calamari included.
So
that
I
you
guess
could use.
you could probably even mix the seafoods and almost make like a Newburgh bolognese. You know,
Sure. I mean, you could add cream to this. I don't, which would kind of be maybe a little bit more the Newburgh style. But
Okay.
this, aside from the shrimp, this is going to be pretty straightforward, classic.
Okay.
So,
very
okay.
good.
So once we have our vegetables sweated out here,
So the key is to dice down your seafood to be a little bit bigger, about the same size as your vegetables.
exactly,
So
and this is going to be,
bolognese.
this is going to really resemble the pork when it cooks
Yes.
just like bolognese. So
And of course, bolognese is known for its very thick,
that's right, velvety, rich, deep flavor.
yes. Great for cold winter months.
That's right. So you can add a little bit of the
We
juice.
loved Rosa tomatoes.
There you go. Look
Notice
how beautiful that looks.
they're so very plump. They do not look like canned tomatoes.
That's correct.
We've worked with them so many times on the Chef's Kitchen, and
then,
just the highest quality.
This is great like this. I've also brought a little bit of lobster bouillon
Okay.
that I'm going to add just to kind of intensify the flavor a little bit. And
Could you use maybe a seafood stock?
Of course.
For the same
If
purpose?
something. I like anything low sodium from Whole Foods or
Okay.
just anything basically low sodium you can use if you don't have that available at home. And we're just gonna let that cook out.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts. We now return to the Chef's Kitchen.
I've also got these great little
Chickpeas. Yes. With the Rita name. And it's so interesting, all the names that happen to be all members of the Fodi family. The Fodi family is the original family behind Rosa Foods.
There's a great base to this dish, but just kind of like how we added the chickpeas as our own little addition. You can. This is great. You know, any of the things on the Rosa line you could add to at this point.
Add some texture to the dish too.
Of course.
The artichoke hearts are wonderful to add to salads.
Yep.
Sun-dried tomatoes, and everything is really available online. You can check the Rosa Foods website and order anything you like. So what's next in our dish? You said our sauce is cooking down a little bit.
So we have our pasta going, and we're going to wait on this for a minute, and then we're gonna toss them together. Okay, so here's our Rosa linguine, and we're going to just finish it.
Now you're using linguine for this dish, but we could probably use any of the pastas. Would go fairly well.
I like a flat noodle to go with this sauce, kind of traditional also with Bolognese, but sure, you could use, anything that you like. I like a flat, like I said, I like a flat noodle.
Like a fettuccine or linguine?
Sure. I mean, classically you like to use linguine for seafood dishes.
Okay.
Like this, so.
You talk a lot about classic techniques. Is that a mainstay in your cooking? You like to, maintain your respect for classic techniques and then add your own innovations?
I think the classics are a classic for a reason, is because they're really good and people typically come back for them. But then also typically I think people want to come back for a new spin on a dish.
Yes.
Kind of like what we're doing here. So.
Yes.
So this looks really great. Got the sauce nice and reduced. The tomatoes are broken down.
So very
they look
easy.
Stewed.
It came together.
Yeah, and this is like a one. When you're cooking at home, it's great to have. Not everyone is armed with prep and dishwashing crew. So,
yes. Or culinary degrees.
That's right.
Or your experience.
This is one stop shopping, and that's pretty much it. I'm just going to finish this with some nice rough chopped parsley, and we have just. And the other big key here is that I have just enough sauce in there to cover the pasta, so it's not soupy at all.
Just like a traditional bolognese.
Just like
that's
tight, right.
Tight sauce.
And it does have the pancetta in there, so it's going to have some great smoky flavor to go along with the shrimp.
Okay, very good. Now, are you ready?
I'm ready.
To plate this?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Whatever
right.
you are, Mark.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hold the pasta up a little bit.
Okay.
So some of the goodies are on the bottom.
I love how watching your plating, how you sort of twist the pasta in so that it's aesthetically pleasing on the plate.
We eat with our eyes, right?
Yes, we do. It's true. It's just as important.
And then I'm going to try to get some of that delicious seafood and pork.
Okay. Are we finished with this dish,
Up on the top. And that's it. So
beautiful dish. I love your unique twist to a classic Italian.
A little bit of parsley and
a little drizzle of olive oil.
Just a little drizzle of olive oil on the top. And that's it. We're ready to eat.
Beautiful. Okay, but we have another dish that you're going to prepare for us.
We do.
A little bit of a different take.
That's
Going
right.
more French, is that right?
This is going to be more of a Pigalle-inspired dish.
Okay. Don't go away. We'll be right back. We're back with more from the Chef's Kitchen. Now we're ready for the next recipe.
That's right. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, boom.
That's why we love our Boston chefs.
So one of the previous times I was on the show, I did a crab cake.
Yes,
which
I remember.
was
very popular show, by the way.
That's right.
Yes.
And so this was yet another rendition, which is you take two great things and we're going to put them together. So these are two of my favorite things. Lump Maine crab meat. Ooh. Delicious. That's what we used in the crab cake before.
In fact, you're going to make that for the dinner tonight, aren't you, Chef?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, look at him. I love the passion on his face.
That's right.
I love it. Okay.
And then we're going to use a beautiful piece of beef fillet.
Tenderloin.
Very Who doesn't like that? We're just going to do nice salt and pepper.
Some kosher salt.
This is kosher salt.
Okay.
Up high, like Evan likes to do it.
Up high. Evan does like to do things up high like that. Yes.
So there you go. And You could also wood grill this.
How many ounces is that piece?
This is about a 7-ounce cut.
Okay.
Which is more than enough. I mean, even
That's
that's probably not.
large entree portion.
That's a
correct?
large entree portion.
Yes.
2 people could even split it. Got a nice smoking hot pan.
Important for it to be smoking hot, right?
You don't want to burn your house down, but yeah, you want to get a nice caramelized crust on all sides. It's going to really help lock in all the flavor and the juice and the meat, so the inside stays tender. And you can have a nice crunchy crust on the outside.
Yes, very flavorful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For this,
yes.
Another kind of spin on a classic is this is like a béarnaise, but instead of a hot emulsification, I made a aioli, a basic mayonnaise, and then I put in the flavorings of a béarnaise sauce.
Okay.
So what's really great about
béarnaise aioli.
Exactly. So what's really great about this is you can have it pre-made, you can have it in your fridge, it can be ready to go, and then it acts the same way because it has egg yolk in it, and it's going to brown up nicely for you.
Okay,
and you don't
very good.
And so for the home cook, this is probably a better option than making hot hollandaise or béarnaise.
And I'm sure you probably can pair this with different entrees as well, not just this one.
Oh, it'd be great in next day. It'd be great in a chicken salad sandwich. Would be terrific. Or
Great base for a chicken salad sandwich. A great
sure,
dressing.
Of course.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna check. For this, I'm gonna add some of the crab meat.
Okay.
And then
some of that delicious aioli, which I'd like to try a little bit of that actually.
All right.
To see how your description
See if it
sounded
passed
so
the test.
enticing.
I might get booted out of here.
Oh, yes, it does. It's a rich aioli.
It is rich.
Just, you can tell it's béarnaise. It has a rich flavor to it.
When I do something like this, you want more yolk and less fat, so that it doesn't break when you bake it. If you have too much oil, the oil is going to break out of the yolk.
I see.
So
okay, that's good to know.
we added more yolk than fat. So actually, for mayonnaise, it is kind of low fat.
It is.
All right. So this is about.
Lends itself to a rich flavor too.
So it's got a beautiful, nice crust on it.
And so that's what we're looking
add a
for,
little
just
bit
to
of
get
butter.
it. So we're not going to finish cooking it in this pan, correct?
No, this is going to be, because this is going to go into the oven. We're going to bake it a little bit more with the topping.
Okay.
So we're going to just get this kind of
Ready.
raw, rare. If you like your meat more medium, I would recommend bake the meat for a few minutes first, then pull it out, then put the crust on. But
Okay.
I typically like it more on the medium rare side. So I'm gonna finish searing it, and then we're gonna put the topping on.
Excellent.
So
okay.
this is so just like I did the crab cake before. The idea is not to overmix it, so that you don't break up the crab meat.
We want nice big lumps.
Big lumps. Yep.
Okay.
So just like that. Now with this, I mean, you could serve this with anything. I've chosen 2 of my favorite things to eat me with. Just some beautiful potato puree and some sautéed spinach.
Perfect.
And the
Classic
sautéed spinach, just
accompaniments.
classic, pretty straightforward. Okay, so this is looking beautiful. We're going to take this out.
Okay, so we're ready to top it now, correct?
We're ready to top it.
Okay.
I had tied this with string just so it'd hold its form a little bit.
Okay.
And take that off. That there.
Hold its form during the
While you're searing it, so
process.
it helps hold the muscle together
Okay,
a little bit
okay.
better. Okay, and then as you can see, we have the beautiful lump
Yes, right on
crab
top.
meat right on top.
So it's over our partially cooked beef.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
Beautiful.
And then
Oh, some more of the aioli on top.
I'm just going to do a little bit more on top,
Oh,
and
what
that's
a
going to brown.
rich-
That's
oh.
going to brown up really nice.
Yes.
And I'm not going to serve this with any sauce because this, in essence, is going to turn into the sauce.
Yes.
So we're ready to put this in.
Okay. Excellent. Now this is on the menu at Pigalle, is that right?
That's correct.
Chef?
This is like a really nice holiday dish. I think when people think of the holidays, they think of luxurious items.
Yes.
This is kind of like 2-in-1 . So
The rich crab with your delicious
rare-
béarnaise
with-
aioli.
yeah, and I mean
Tenderloin.
all those ingredients connect in
Yes.
one way or another. These are Yukon Gold potatoes that I've simmered in water, and then we used a potato ricer.
Okay.
And then a sieve or a tammy and butter and milk. If you at home, you can get a great
Smooth
results
texture?
just from the food mill alone, or one of the accordion mills.
Okay.
And this comes out great. And just some warm butter and milk.
Food mill after the ricer.
That's correct.
Okay.
After the ricer.
All right, that's good to know. So you get this
Okay.
smooth, velvety texture.
Yep.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more from the chef's kitchen. We now return to the chef's kitchen.
This has salt. I didn't put any pepper, and it has milk and butter.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna round this out a little bit. This is gonna kind of be like my pedestal almost.
Yes. So this is now spinach with
This is
some
spinach
shallot?
that yep, I sauteed with a little bit of shallot and brown butter, lemon. We're just gonna put that as so. And again, you know, I have like sides left over, so this would be great just in the middle of the table
Yes.
for everyone to share.
Yes, absolutely, for a different kind of presentation.
So like I said, that browns up really beautifully.
Gorgeous, how that browns up nicely on
Yep.
top like that.
If you
Very,
have
very nice.
if you have a broiler at home too, you can use the broiler, and that will achieve that really golden brown flavor. And
Yes.
then also what you've done is by baking it this way, you've really protected the meat, so you can have a beautiful, you know, medium rare inside.
Really makes an impressive presentation for,
And that's what
especially
it's-
for a holiday.
That's what it's all about, right? So, and on top like that.
Yes.
And then you know, you could also you could slice it a little bit, but I mean, I think presentation-wise, it looks really dramatic
perfect
coming
like
out like
that.
that. Yeah, exactly.
So let's put together our two items here that we have. We featured Rosa today and our beautiful Bolognese, or your new twist on a Bolognese, seafood Bolognese. And I suppose if you omitted the pancetta, it could easily be a vegetarian item too.
You know, you
wouldn't
can
say?
take, of course. I mean, I like it with all the little diced vegetables in it. It's got really great mouth feel to it.
Yes, it does.
So as a beautiful just pomodoro sauce, that would work
Yes.
really well. If you don't like meat, if you don't like pork, you could just add the shrimp and no
Yes.
pancetta. Or like I said, you could add everything. We even added the chickpeas to it as well. So.
I like the addition of the chickpeas. I love chickpeas in virtually anything. And I know Rosa chickpeas are the best available. So let me taste the seafood Bolognese first.
No, we don't screw around here.
Traditional Italian, a lighter style Bolognese.
And now that two-piece
Different twist.
Now that two-piece season's done, we can really
Yes.
chow down, right? At least I can.
Yes, we can. That's delicious. Very, very good. So let me break into this. And easily, this could be a portion for two people. This is so generous, so impressive.
Now, like I said, looks great coming out, and then you could also take it and slice it a few times, and then bring it out to the table.
That is an incredible dish. Complex in flavors. Please taste, chef.
But it's actually, and the great thing about it too is that it's actually pretty straightforward. Meat, a little surf and turf action. It's got basically the béarnaise,
It's
potato
rich.
puree.
There's the creaminess of that wonderful aioli that you hit up a notch with the béarnaise flavoring, the crab, and the luxurious velvety meat underneath, paired with that the almost sweetness of the Yukon Gold potatoes. It's a beautiful dish.
It's really nice. Great holiday dish, easy, and like I said, it doesn't require a sauce because you already have the mayo on there and the crab
sauce
meat.
is baked right in. So as I indulge more, let's say cheers to Boston flavors and Kennebunkport style. As always, our Boston friends, the finest culinary talent and personalities. We enjoy having a wonderful couple of days with you.
It's a pleasure being here, and thank you for having me
Thank
again.
you so much, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm here with Shipyard Brewery and trade brewer Bruce Elam, and it happens to be pumpkin season for Shipyard Brewery. Is that right?
It is. Pumpkinhead is our fall seasonal beer. It's a very crisp pumpkin flavored with cinnamon and nutmeg.
And this is the Pumpkinhead Ale, which is very, very popular.
Extremely. You know, we literally cannot make enough of it during the season.
Yes, highly anticipated every season.
Very much so.
In fact, it only appears in the fall.
It does.
Is that right?
Although the releases, like lots of other things, like the cars and everything, they come out very early. So we actually released this in August 15th, and
Okay.
that's sort of due to the popularity of the product.
Okay, very good. Love the label. It should be frighteningly good.
So good it's scary,
It's so
we
good
like
it's
to say.
scary. I like
Yes.
that. All right, so tell us a little bit about that, and hopefully we'll get to taste that.
Yes, we will. It's a very crisp beer. It's a wheat-based beer. It's 4.8% in alcohol.
Okay.
It has a very nice spice component with cinnamon and nutmeg and pumpkin.
And now, what would pair well with this type of beer? Since you said it's on the lighter side,
Well, we call it pumpkin pie in a glass, so
Here we go.
it will go nicely with pumpkin pies.
so it's like a light
Also,
coppery color.
all the beers today happen to go well with turkey. Very nice and
Nice
aromatic.
spice, light spice. And these are beautiful festive glasses to go along
They're
with
very
our pumpkin
popular. This
ale.
is the second ordering because the first allotment sold out. So
Really? Well,
the demand is quite high.
I love the fact that it is a light beer. It's not too heavy. There's great spice components. You can actually taste the pumpkin.
It's true.
On the way down.
And what's kind of nice about it is we're attracting a non-traditional drinker with this particular
Mm-hmm.
beer, but at the end, you still feel like you've drank a beer. So it's
Absolutely.
nicely in balance. You can still get a little hop character. You get those nice pumpkin and spice aromas. So everything is nicely in balance.
And a great froth with some pretty lacing around the glass, which
This
is
is
great.
true. Very good.
Very nice, refreshing, crisp beer.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Bruce.
Cooked something from the show? Went to a restaurant that you loved? Found a place serving innovative cocktails or impressive wine? Become a fan of the Chef's Kitchen on Facebook and share your thoughts.
Great dinners start with Rosa Food Products, Italy's best-kept secret for over 100 years. Founded in 1900 by Giacomo Foti, Rosa Food Products is a trusted leader in the specialty food industry, providing oils, tomatoes, pastas, as well as other fine Italian and ethnic food products from all over the world. Visit them online today at www.rosafoods.com to view over 100 different products that can be shipped directly to your home. Rosa is the quality that you can taste.